Do not ever let P-BAMites in your server. Hello? I am Creepypasta protagonist variation of Steph from Universe 2137. Recently, Siamese, the main variation, the one you're most familiar with, has assembled all of his crazy variations to defeat abominated Malay. We have failed because of Malay being nearly unbreakable, regenerating and powerful after he has merged into a complete abomination. Watch previous video to find out what happened, nigger. So we built a fortress in snowy mountains of Ural, deep in Nanette's AO. Fortress made from our blood, that we burst in layers, that had walls that built up to be 4 kilometers tall, and more durable than reinforced concrete. We called it Stephopia. The ruler Steph variant ruled alongside sidekick Steph variant and lieutenant Steph variant. Malay boy toys tried to crawl over our wall, but they never managed to, as thousands of Steph rained hellfire down on them, from artillery, from anti-air, from laser weapons, and their own bursting of blood. But not long ago, many conflicts and problems have appeared in our beautiful Stephopia. First, one of the wall segments collapsed, causing a brutal horde of P-BAMites to invade us. But we gunned them down with the biggest autocannons we had, till they were nothing but minced meat, and we fixed the fortification in record time. But not long after the invasion, there had come up another problematic situation. There was among us a so-called cook variant, annoying every single Steph in existence by constantly screaming about how proud of a cook he is, describing why every Steph should be a cook, and being a very sensitive snowflake, enraging on any Steph that dared to insult him for being a cook. But even worse than him was the P-BAM variant. Fat, obese, and smelled like shit, with no fur remaining at all. P-BAM Steph had already raped a few Stephs, especially Georgian femboy Steph variant, and always wanted other P-BAMites to go join us. Often threw his own feces at other Stephs, terrorizing the rest. Yet the ruler, sidekick, and lieutenant Stephs did not want to get rid of them too. Why? They are good people when you talk to them, they said. We are a free state. We do not punish anybody for no reason, they said. They defended them eagerly, ignoring all of their crimes, while they lazily watched the Stephopia from above. But the straw that broke the camel back happened after the drama with them too, though. One evening, I was quietly sitting in my house, watching the ruler Steph approved news program, and jacking off to sexy girl Steph getting railed by porn star Steph, and laughing at porno Steph and comedian Steph when my window was broke off with a brick. I thought it was P-BAM Steph, but when I looked out, I saw something horrifying. It was a different P-BAMite, a gigantic bloated shitskin who had the most foul odor imaginable, who had a fucking wasp nest between his 10-meter enormous fat folds. It was more disgusting than I could imagine. I came with this immediately to the Steph police, but they threw my report out to the trash bin, said I was being intolerant to other new fellow Stephs, that Stephopia versus P-BAM war was over, that a war with P-BAM is dangerous and not worth the risk. P-BAM are new Stephs now. We ended a war with the worst entity to ever exist. We think fighting P-BAM is dangerous, but I decided to give them a chance. After all, maybe peace is not so bad. I went up to a group of horribly smelling P-BAMites who wrapped themselves in plastic bin bags to smell their own flatulences better. I spoke to one, and he immediately burped in my face, almost knocking me unconscious with his horribly toxic breath. He said something like, "Oogalakauga bakaugala laubala lauguguguk, akakalakalaka," to me. Ugh, nigger babble. I tried to come closer to the man, but the stench was so awful, similar to how the gases from a bloated beached whale smell, that the fur on my paw started to shed, so I immediately backed off. His eyes were similar to that of a snail, looking everywhere but at me, without any focus or depth in them, just shallow, blank stare. He was so fat that you could run a whole marathon around him. The P-BAMite then grabbed a random civilian Steph variant and brutally raped him. So brutally that nothing but a bloodied skeleton was left in the end. What the actual fuck? I was horrified, so I ran away to the ruler Steph. The ruler Steph told me to shut the fuck up and get on with my day. What the fuck? I thought he is better than that. I tried asking him more and told him about the P-BAMite raping the random civilian Steph to death, but all he said is, "Do you have proof? Do you have proof? No proof. P-BAMite is hecking wholesome and untouchable, so I'll go." I was mortified to my soul. I saw ruler Steph sluggishly reach for a grape. It was clear to me now. Stephopia's days were counted. The ruler and his 2 servants got lazy, too idle, too comfortable. When I walked out of ruler's cabin, I saw horror like never before. P-BAMites were tearing Stephs to shreds, molesting them in most morbid and cruel ways. I stared blankly as my brain started to dissociate from the surroundings around me, before cool soldier Steph grabbed me by the shoulder and took me to cover behind a building. He kept firing at a P-BAMite from his Steph assault rifle variant. He's also alive and conscious. But then they both got shot in the head, and cool soldier's head flew like 4 kilometers away, like a baseball. I had to run. I escaped Stephopia through main gate, which was destroyed from the inside by P-BAMites. I saw Malay boy toy pick up Steph ruler's cabin and devour it whole, with everyone inside it, following it, with a very loud gulp. Stephopia is dead. I walk among the snowy mountains of Ural, through the pitch-black and cold night, till I have eventually reached ruins of Q-BAM. Few survivors dwelled there, most notably Redipin, Mehungari, Pablo, and New Taiwan dollars. Redipin was laughing at a broken robot that looked like a badly made wax figure of an Indian man. That robot was saying shit so pedophilic that it gave P-BAMites run for their money. I approached Redipin and he opened his eyes widely, to the point the giant red pin he had in his forehead has loosened up and he had to correct it back in.
Steph, me not believe you nigga be dead, my nigga,
he said in niggerish accent. Yes, I am Creepypasta protagonist Steph. I am probably the last variation alive.
Steph, we need help. We find Chilled Flamer. Only he defeat Malay.
Where is he then?
He in Agartha.
Oh, that's overdone.
Me no nigga, you go find.
The conversation ended. I went up with Redipin, gathered rest of his gang, and we went ahead. During our trip, we actually had a lot of fun. Surprising given the conditions. For example, we have found a beta build of Bamtifu in the rubble of QBAM. It was so fun to play. Then we pissed on the ruins of USGW as we passed them by, even killed off some of the survivors, just for fun. Then we even went to M+, and saw that this place was still standing, as if nothing happened. It was guarded by a really pissed-off-looking mammoth that we were quite intimidated by. Mehu and Pablo went inside to negotiate M+ helping us against Malay. The rest went on to find Chilled Flamer. We were halfway through our way, and I started bursting blood again. Why? I don't know. But soon after that, a P-BAMite arrived. But not just any P-BAMite. It was a corrupted P-BAMite. I could tell by the way it behaved as if it was trying to break away from mind control, holding its head and walking slowly. That thing had the facial hair and eyes of an old Chinese man, but it was horribly overweight and was Vanta Black. It then said in a raspy voice,
I am pedo Unk. I am gay, by the way.
He threw himself at us, but Reddypin pulled out his sexy red pin and inserted it deep into the P-BAMite's torso. I meanwhile took out my melee weapon seller, Steph's approved baseball bat TM, and I kept smashing the incapacitated pedo Unk so long that his head turned into a fucking black mush, and he died. We picked up a key from him. Note, it will be completely irrelevant to the story.
To be continued in part 2! Watch it, you fucking nigger!